We're back. Let's get into it.
Tag Team Champions, Boss and Hug. While Isla Dawn and Alba Fire may have placed a retroactive curse on the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship that has meant that those who hold it are doomed to be injured, badly booked, or deleted from existence in the case of Aaliyah, the first night the titles were introduced was the very best night they ever had. As stated off the top, this isn't as much a list of WWE choosing the right winners of these chamber matches, but in this case there was only one team that would have made fitting first champions for WWE's Beyblade belts, and they were Boss and Hug. I mean, Sasha Banks and Bayley. There is a bit of a question to be asked about why the tag titles were introduced in a match that featured 0 tags, but otherwise WWE got the Elimination Chamber right at Elimination Chamber 2019. It was already clear WWE was going to struggle to fill out the women's tag division when they did not have 6 teams to hand to fill out this match, but of the established teams involved, Sasha Banks and Bayley had the most fan support, they had the most credibility, and they were simply the best wrestlers present. Their reign may not have amounted to much, but when you watch this show, you can't help but feel something when their tears start flowing. Number 4. The first one. It can often be difficult to introduce a brand new match type into the universe. Insert drawing of the Ultimate X match here. And you really need to nail the first one if the match type is going to have a chance of sticking. Insert drawing of the Championship Scramble here. Thankfully, the Elimination Chamber was not only presented very well as a concept by Eric Bischoff and the WWE video production team, but the first match was as close to perfect as you could expect a match to be when one guy in it nearly crushed his throat. Simply put, if this match sucked, you would have a lot more fast lanes in February. 6 top Raw wrestlers competed for the world title with Kane, Rob Van Dam, Booker T, Chris Jericho, and Shawn Michaels, who was wrestling only his second match back from retirement, trying to take the title off of Triple H. Shawn does, capturing his final world title and helping to establish one of the greatest WWE original creations of all time, while wearing poopy brown pants. I'm sorry, I can't not mention them. No.
I live with a broken phone. I can't trade in.
Okay, that's dramatic. Better plans Verizon.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Save up to $1,800. New and existing customers can trade in any Samsung phone for a new Galaxy S24 Plus watch and tablet. All on us. Only on Verizon.
Mobile games are going big. Play the official.
Number 3. Kofi Mania. I mean, this match is almost entirely referred to as the Kofi Mania Chamber at this point. After Kofi Kingston caught fire on SmackDown in the gauntlet match to determine who would enter the chamber last, this match sent him into the fan support stratosphere, and thus, Kofi Mania was born. It would have been so easy for WWE to have Kofi enter this chamber, have a good showing, and then get eliminated third while the quote-unquote real main eventers finished the match, but that isn't what happened. Kofi outlasted Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe until he was all alone with Bryan Danielson, and in some of the most heated action in Elimination Chamber history, Kofi nearly beats Bryan for the WWE Championship, but doesn't. I use no hyperbole when I say that this match had my friends and I on the edge of our seats at home, because even though it was just before WrestleMania, WWE caught lightning in a bottle, and maybe, just maybe, they would go with everyone's main man, Kofi. The decision to not have the title change hands was the right one, as it led to one of the greatest WrestleMania moments of all time, but I cannot understate the importance of this truly excellent match in getting the story to Mania. Number 2. Shawn Cost's Taker. Most people could see the card for WrestleMania 26 coming from a mile away, with Royal Rumble winner Edge likely to challenge former partner and rival Chris Jericho, and Shawn Michaels actively trying to get a WrestleMania rematch with The Undertaker. But with the World Heavyweight Championship still around the waist of the dead man going into Elimination Chamber, the question remained as to how WWE would shift their chess pieces into their necessary positions. Of course, you could just have Chris Jericho beat The Undertaker, but with all these Mania plans swirling, it felt like a more creative solution was needed. Enter Shawn Michaels. Literally, in fact, as Shawn illegally entered the cage at the end of the match, super kicking The Undertaker and allowing his long-hated rival Chris Jericho to win the world title. Was Jericho winning the title a little predictable? Yeah. But how they got there continues to be remembered as one of the key moments in the all-time great story of Shawn Michaels willing to go to any lengths and ultimately put his career on the line for another shot at ending The Undertaker's streak. And number 1, Edge pulls double duty. One of the all-time great show-long stories WWE has ever told, and the perfect example of Edge's ultimate opportunist character being the most interesting part of WWE at the time. At this point, everyone knows the story here. Edge wrestled the opening chamber match as WWE champion, got eliminated in 3 minutes, freaked the f out backstage and then decided to give Kofi Kingston a scrambled brain and also PTSD. Shout out to the me of 10 minutes ago for talking about that bit of awesomeness. That decision got Edge inserted into the World Heavyweight Championship chamber in Kofi's place and saw him walk out as the new world champion. You never see the world title scene shuffled around like this right before WrestleMania, but No Way Out 2009 was one of those shows that got you thinking that when you watch an Elimination Chamber, anything actually can happen. And that's our list. Make sure, of course, that you like this video, subscribe, and enable notifications to always on so you never miss a list.
I didn't mean to do that.
Nearly 4 years ago, I appeared.
Do that. We might watch it, so nah, we won't watch this. I think we've seen that video.